Hello, neighbors. I'm up here at the Hub Cemetery in Knox County, Kentucky. There's one person I wanted to talk to about. His name is Solomon Frank Terrell. He's my wife's grandfather, and he's pretty interesting. He was born in 1879, died in 1966. We'll go down here and look around. Then I got some pictures at the end. I'll put on here, and maybe we can see and might enjoy this. Uh, let's go down. Let's walk down and to his grave, his wife's. Okay, here we go. Here's the Hub Cemetery. You see, it's on this knoll here. A lot of hubs right up here. And, I'm not that much, but know that much about. My wife knows them all real good. She knew these people right here, Charlie and Katie. We'll head down this way towards Frank. That's what they called him. Well, all the kids, grandkids, called him Paps. We'll call him Frank. But he's right down here. There's a lot of old stones down here. A lot of them without any kind of markers on them. Just field stones. Some of them are hard to read, even if they got writing on them. They're just old. Down here's first two people in the cemetery. Was right here. This one here, Stephen Hubbs, born in Tennessee in 1798. And his wife's right over here, Elizabeth Betsy Terrell Hubbs, North Carolina, 1798. You can see the stones, the original ones. They're just field stones. Nothing wrote on them. But they're the first people in this cemetery. And right over here is my wife Shirley's parents, Burgess and Josie Terrell Mackey, and her brother Johnny. He's right next to him. And we'll come down here and we'll come to Frank's. Frank's had two wives, and you won't believe this. Both of them, same name was Airy. Frank was married to Airy, his first wife, for I think 8 years. She died of pellagra. You'd have to look that up. And she was young. I think she was 26. And here's the other one he married. Right here. Airy. That Airy, this one here is my wife's grandmother. Oh. The first Airy they had 3 kids. He went in the army in 1903 and till 1909. And as soon as he got out, he came back and he married his sweetheart, Airy F. Terrell. And she's born in February 20th, 1891, and she died on January 30th, 1917, of pellagra. Now you can look that up. It's wrote right on her death certificate. And this is her first child, William Leslie. I don't know if you can read it, but he was born in 1910, died in 1911. He was just 1 year old. They had two other kids and two daughters. Together. He had Cleta Hayes Terrell. She was born in 1912 and died in 2001. Naomi Terrell, she was born in 1914 and she died in 1977. Now, Frank was, like I said, Frank was born in 1879. Something's interesting about that. I was looking at Albert Einstein was born the same year. What a coincidence. But there's more over here, and all of his kids except for his sons. Now, after his first wife died, he married this other Harry, and they were together for a lot of years, and they had 6 kids together. And there was Ruth Terrell. She's born in 1919. I don't know the date of her passing. But then there was Andrew, 1920, and he died in 2004. Jack Arnold, he was born in 1921, died in 2005. Raymond was born in 1923, sorry. He died in 2013. And Josie, which is my wife's mom, she was born in 1925 and she died in 2016. And Ochel, she was the youngest. She was born in 1929. She died in 2014. All of his girls are here. The boys aren't. They're off. I think most of them are up north. They went up there to work when they were younger in Ohio and around. Oh. Yeah, that's another thing. Frank was 2 years old when President James Garfield was assassinated. It's amazing. I mean, the things that the man seen, the things that happened just during his lifetime, it's the same with all of us. Things happen in our lifetime that's changes. I guess for us it would be cell phones, internet, I guess. But we can go down here, and what got us started on this was they're tearing down the house, and Frank had put a big addition on there when he had all the other kids. And you can see down there, it's hard to see through the trees. This house right there. It's what's standing right now is the original house with all the additions torn down. But that's where he raised all of his kids, all of them. He was married to First Harry. They moved in there. I got a picture of the First Harry and her 2 little daughters out front. There was a spring that came down off the mountain up there and ran down and ran out and past the front of their house. And that's where they did their laundry. They had a hole dug out there and the water would fill up. They'd dip their water out of there and do their laundry down there. They didn't even have a wash machine, not even a wringer. They had washboards. But they got her done. They had to do what they had to do. Look at Frank, he never even owned a car. He was in the Army 1908. I guess he was 29 then. When Henry Ford came out with the Model T. 2000 or 1908. And he didn't even own a car. Frank didn't. If they had to go to town, they hitched up the wagon or jumped on their horse. They took off to town. And it's not a short ride. It's not bad when you're driving a car. When we get there, it's about 15 minutes, but can you imagine riding a horse there? It's a long ways. Oh, there's a big old cedar right there. And this is old, big cedar. You can see out through there how beautiful it is here. It's not like the people here are going to enjoy the view, but we can view it when we come to pay respects to them. And another thing, Frank was 13 years old when the radio was invented. So I wonder how long it was before he ever got a radio. Well, they didn't have TVs. I guess they had too much to do anyway to sit around and listen to radio. He planted a lot of corn, had a big field down that road where it shows us coming up. That was his property on both sides of the road. And the Wright brothers took their first flight 1903. Frank was 24. So he grew up that time. He didn't know an airplane. Nobody knew what one was. And he was 48 when Lindbergh flew his non-stop transcontinental flight across the world in 1927. So that was some news he probably knew about, read in the paper. Maybe by then he had a radio. I don't know. But this is all right here. And I can show you some more, but I think that'll be enough for Frank for now. You can leave your comments. I'm going to keep trying to put more videos on now. I'm starting to feel better and get around better. So if you want to see some more, I'll keep doing. And if you would, please subscribe to my channel. And I got things in the description, if you want to maybe help with gas or something to go around a few other places around. I got buy me a cup of coffee, and I got PayPal. And if you want to, it's up to you. There's a lot of people in here, and they're all somehow related.